While my mom struggled to survive her personal loss, the studio tried to figure out what to do with her professionally. Music supervisor Roger Edens and producer Arthur Freed continued to be her champions. She had made 5 movies, and the public couldn't seem to get enough of her. But time was going by, and at 16 she was still being cast as a 12-year-old. Now her figure was beginning to develop rapidly, while her face still had that wide-eyed innocence of a little girl. She just didn't seem to fit in anywhere.
Happy Sweet 16 to my pal Jutes.
Love binds Andy Hardy's our second opus together, and here's hoping she doesn't grow any taller so we can go on playing pals forever.
Wow. Happy birthday, Judy!
Mr. Beer!
Okay, guys, that's great. Thank you. Thank you.
Nikki, Judy, I would like to introduce you...
Lana Turner. I'm a big fan. I loved Broadway Melody. When you sang to Clark Gable, that was so cute.
Nikki, Lana is going to be playing your girlfriend in this new Andy Hardy picture.
Isn't that swell? Cake?
Thanks, but what I'd really like right now is a cigarette.
Allow me.
That sweater gets any tighter, poor thing won't be able to breathe.
And don't worry, she won't be wearing it much longer.
Judy, aren't you going to open up your present? I think it's going to make you a very happy little girl.
Come on. Have you read it?
Papa used to read this to us when we were little.
Well, we bought it for you.
$75,000, that's more than Selznick paid for Gone with the Wind.
What we are trying to tell you is we're going to film it as a musical, and we want you to play the lead, the little girl, Dorothy Gale.
My little hunchback is growing up. Shouldn't be allowed.
I've been trying to get the Wizard of Oz for Shirley.
Shirley would be perfect for Dorothy. It's been our dream.
Mr. Sheehan tried, but he couldn't secure the rights.
Neither could I. Louis B. Mayer beat me to the punch. I'm sorry. I wanted you to hear it from me.
Who's going to be Dorothy?
MGM has Judy Garland.
It was good of you to come all the way out here.
Yes, thank you for trying, Mr. Zanuck. We appreciate it.
Well, don't thank me yet. See, I think the Garland girl is all wrong for Dorothy, and I said so to Mr. Mayer. In fact, I bought him an expensive lunch, talked his ear off, and convinced him to drop Garland and cast Shirley. Now you can thank me.
Thank you, Mr. Zanuck.
Thank you.
But you promised.
Judy, you've always been my first choice for the part. LB agrees. You've got a great track record with the public.
Then why?
It's just the New York office that wants Shirley Temple. You know, they've never spent this kind of money before, and they want some kind of insurance policy. And Shirley's been the #1 draw for the last 3 years.
This isn't fair.
Yeah. Well, I don't like it either. But it's not my studio. Listen, it's not even my picture anymore. LB's turned the whole thing over to Mervyn LeRoy. I'm just a supervisor now. So, they've sent Roger over to Fox to hear Shirley sing. Believe me, he didn't want to go. I'm sorry, Judy. I'm sorry.
Sick?
No.
Tired?
No.
Sick and tired?
Opening positions, please.
That's us. You ready?
Ready, everybody quiet. Camera, up to speed. Action.
If I had one wish to make, this is the wish I would choose. I'd want an old straw hat, a suit of overalls and a worn-out pair of shoes. Just let me roam around, laughing at big city blues. With an old straw hat, a suit of overalls, and a worn-out pair of shoes. Howdy, Mr. Brown, ho-ho-hum, going fishing, hope you get a bite. Howdy, Mr. Jones, ho-ho-hum, how's about a hayride Saturday night? Sing hi-ho the merry-o. What have you got to lose? Get an old straw hat, a suit of overalls, and a worn-out pair of shoes.
You heard about Jane Harlow?
Yes, a terrible tragedy.
She was part of the deal for Shirley.
The deal?
My agreement with Mayer. It was Gable and Harlow for Shirley. Sorry, Mrs. Temple. It's off the table.
I don't understand.
I can't trade Shirley for Gable. It would give Mayer the advantage. Shirley stays here.
She doesn't go to MGM. She doesn't play Dorothy.
That's right.
You're serious? This isn't another one of those conversations where you spring a little surprise at the end.
These things happen. I'm not responsible for Harlow's death.
But you are responsible for Shirley.
And I'm taking her career into account. Trading Shirley for Gable without Harlow makes people think she's not worth much.
What people?
I don't expect you to understand studio business, Mrs. Temple.
Men like you and Louis B. Mayer like to play games. You want to beat him, so you treat my daughter like she's a chip in a poker match. Is that what you mean by studio business?
I won't argue with you, Mrs. Temple. I realize you're upset.
Yes, I am.
I understand. No need to apologize. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm late for a production meeting.
You remember how we talked about poor Jean Harlow?
Yes.
Well, she was supposed to come work at Fox, so you could work at MGM. But now, you have to stay at Fox. You can't be Dorothy.
Oh.
I'm so sorry. It's not that they didn't want you, but you have a contract at Fox. It's just studio business. Mr. Zanuck wanted you to know that. He was so sorry. He couldn't even find the words to say how sorry he was. I know it's an awful disappointment.
You don't get your dream.
My dream?
For me to be Dorothy.
Well, I thought you wanted to be Dorothy. That's the only reason it was my dream.
I did want it. To make you happy.
Well, listen to us. Two sillies. I wanted it for you. You wanted it for me. You really don't care?
Not if you don't.
Not if you don't.
Since we both don't, let's forget it and have a root beer float.
A root beer float it is.
Francis, it's me. Well, she's got great dimples. But you can sing rings around her. And even if you couldn't, Fox wouldn't let her out of her contract. Congratulations. You're Dorothy.
It only took 3 directors and an army of writers. But it looks like we finally got it right. She is Dorothy. Isn't she?
All we ever had to do was let her be herself.
Places, everybody! I'm starving. Could somebody feed me, please? Oh, Judy, could I have an apple?
You want this apple?
I am too old for this. I am. This is the last straw.
No.
Hey,
Do not
hey.
feed the animals. Do not feed the animals. They work better when they're hungry. Come. I'm taking my axe on the road.
I need the basket.
Watch the axe.
I need the dog.
Watch, he'll eat anything.
Hi, please. Forward one step.
All right, here we are.
Rolling. Playback. Action.
We're off to see the wizard, the wonderful Wizard of Oz. We hear he is the Wizard of Wiz, if ever a whiz there was. If ever, oh, ever a whiz there was, the Wizard of Oz.
You three dirty hams. Let that little girl in there.
Judy, push
Let
me.
her in there.
Judy, push me. Have a heart, Victor.
Come on. Let's go.
Whatever, Matt. What? Sorry, Judy. Actually, you pushed me, Bulger. What is this? Metal Mouth says I pushed him. I couldn't go anywhere. Somebody pushed me.
You pushed me.
I didn't push you. Where's the dog? I almost stepped on that dog again.
Places, everybody.
I think he's serious.
Rolling. Playback. Action.
We're off to see the wizard, the wonderful Wizard of Oz. We hear he is the Wizard of Wiz, if ever a whiz there was. If ever, oh, ever a whiz there was, the Wizard of Oz is one because of the wonderful things he does. We're off to see the wizard.
It was the liar.
I look at the rushes and all I see is this fat little frightening pig with pigtails.
So don't look at the rushes. Besides, somebody likes them. Arthur's already bought Babes in Arms for us to star in together.
I know, I heard rumors.
Hey, she's having the same as me.
Orders from upstairs. Sorry.
Mickey, do you ever think about where you'd be if you weren't here? What you'd be doing with your life?
You're talking about a normal life. Heck, I wouldn't even know what that is. Besides, it's not our life anyway. Not as long as we're working here.
Tell me about it. I've got property of MGM stamped on my rear end. There's no place like home.
That's right, Dorothy. You're not in Kansas anymore. Her fantastic friends may be looking for a heart, a brain, and the nerve, but it's been Hollywood stardom at the end of this yellow brick road for one lucky little girl. The Wizard of Oz has taken America by storm, and so has Judy Garland. MGM's magical retelling of L. Frank Baum's classic children's book is currently breaking attendance records wherever it's shown. The studio mailroom reports that little Judy receives more mail than any other player. That includes Mickey Rooney, America's #1 box office draw. Look out, Mickey. There's a new star on the horizon, and her name is Judy Garland. Every city is the Emerald City for this energetic twosome. Wherever they go on their personal appearance tour, the Garbo and Gable of Hollywood High are mobbed by their adoring fans.
Good morning. We've danced the whole night through. Good morning to you. Good morning, good morning. It's great to stay up late. Good morning to you. Good morning. Sing sunshine. I got the morning. Everything. It's great to stay up late. Good morning to you.
When the band began to play, the stars were shining bright. Now the milkman's on his way. It's too late to say goodnight.
Good morning. Sunbeam will soon fire through. Good morning.
I'll tell it.
Good morning. Tell it, Mom. Good morning, my darling, to you.
Jutes. You can't fall apart now. Just wait till the weekend. We've got 8 shows a day instead of 7. It's like we're back in vaudeville again.
I just remembered. I hated vaudeville!
The outstanding performance by a juvenile actress during the past year, Miss Judy Garland. And Judy, I hope with many more of funny. And how about doing us all a little favor now and singing Over the Rainbow? Can you do that?
If happy little bluebirds fly beyond the